Donald Trump announced his gold card. You guys saw the story?
Yeah.
And it's crazy to me that no matter what Trump does, liberals and Democrats and the corporate press can't give him one good day. This was the narrative when they said that ISIS guy was an austere scholar.
Unreal.
I can't remember who said it. They were like, I think it was Nate Silver. He's like, they can't give Trump one good day. That's insane.
Yep.
Like, come on. Obviously, getting rid of these terrorists and cleaning up and winning wars is good. And so Donald Trump now offers up this gold card as compared to the green card, $5 million, and you can get residence in the U.S. Bang, just like that. We already have the EB-5 visa, which functions very similarly, but for a lot less. Trump said, imagine 1 million people, just 1 million, want to buy that. That's $5 trillion. And right to the deficit. Elon pointed out at their cabinet meeting, they're paying $1 trillion on interest. And he's like, this is impossible. We're not making enough money to pay that down. If we don't Doge, then the country is functionally bankrupt. And the main issue is, Ian's always talking about defaulting on the debt and how we should just do it. He's talking about, because if that were to happen, the entire SWIFT payment system, the global economic infrastructure collapses and you get war very quickly. Mm-hmm. If the U.S. does not Doge and deal with the deficit, and let's just the deficit is increasing with this budget resolution that just passed, meaning the deficit is how much more we spend than we have. So the debt is going to grow exponentially in this way. We have to get the deficit to zero and then start paying the debt down. If we can't, U.S. bonds and U.S. trade will be worth nothing. Yep. Petrodollar will be valueless. And then the OPEC nations and all these other countries trading in oil will stop trading with the United States. The United States ain't going away overnight. It will just be global economic crisis. Doge is not a question of what do we deserve or should we have it. Doge is a question of what do we have to do to make sure civilization doesn't collapse?
Isn't it crazy they can't give him one win? Like, they don't see that makes them totally discredited on everything. Like, they can't say one semi-nice thing about one thing that he's done. Because at least if they did that, then if they criticize him on other stuff, it'd make him seem a little bit more credible, but just everything's terrible, right? It just ruins their whole thing.
I can easily compliment Joe Biden. He's very good at retaining classified documents for the purpose of making money.
Yeah.
See, it's a compliment.
He's a great businessman in a sense.
Very smart.
Yeah, very.
And he had the wherewithal to hire a ghostwriter who knew to delete evidence of his criminal wrongdoing. Yep. Very impressive.
Very smart. Very smart.
That's right. See, a compliment.
I mean, the idea that that there are no ways to cut the deficit, which is exactly what the Democrats are essentially saying. They're saying everything that Doge does, they've got a complaint about it. This is wrong, that's bad, blah, blah, blah. The idea that there's no way to cut government waste, that every dollar is spent in a responsible manner, it's obvious. That's obviously not true. So even if they don't say nice things about Donald Trump or Doge or whatever, if they just say true things, right? That doesn't have to have any kind of anything about an opinion. Just say true things. Mm-hmm. We do need to cut our deficit every year is too big. The national debt is absolutely out of hand, and it will bankrupt America, just like all the stuff that Tim laid out just a few minutes ago. We will have an actual World War III if we don't do something about our debt, because all the countries that have bought the U.S. debt, if we default on it, they're gonna be looking for some kind of way to make restitution. These things are real. So granted, it is unpopular with anyone in Congress to talk about Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security, right? Those are unpopular things to bring up because old people vote and old people are the ones that are living on that. But if we don't restructure these things, if we don't do something about them, there will be a default.
I want to just quickly address one super chat from Robert Fulton. It said only 550,000 millionaires in the world and 250,000 are in the U.S., so we will not put a dent in the deficit. Incorrect, good sir. A cursory search shows 58 million millionaires in the world, 1.5% of the global adult population. And 2.8 million are ultra high net worth. 5.1 have an estimated wealth of 5 to 10 million. 28,000 people have wealth over 100 million. In the United States, there's 22 million millionaires. China has about 6 million. The UK has 3, France has 2.9, Japan has 2.8. Certainly, there are plenty of millionaires, and they all want to live here. Trump made a good point, too. He said they are going to come here. Ultra wealthy people want to live and have residency in the United States. Let's simplify it, make it cost some money, and bring them here. EB-5 is convoluted, and I think it's brilliant. Plus, it's so on brand for Trump. I hope when he issues them, you actually you literally get a golden card with like Trump's wavy hair symbol on it and says like residency or something.
It should be solid gold too. Like none of this plated stuff. You have to be real careful with it too because it's soft. So.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.